I banned my husband's parents from giving my kids Christmas gifts because they only spoil my daughter. My husband Jake and I have a 4-year-old daughter Emma and a 3-year-old son Tyler. Jake works as a paramedic, so he has to work most holidays, including Christmas. Last year, I took the kids to his parents' house to celebrate with the family while he was stuck at the hospital. Everything seemed normal at first. The kids were excited to open presents, and Jake's parents, Linda and Bob, were acting like the perfect grandparents. But as the gift opening went on, I started noticing something really weird. Emma kept getting present after present. Big boxes from Target, stuff from the Disney store, this expensive dollhouse that probably cost like $200. Tyler got a few small things from the dollar store, and one bigger gift that was clearly an afterthought. I'm watching my daughter pile up all these amazing toys while my son gets maybe a quarter of what she got. Emma had this huge mountain of gifts, and Tyler had like 4 things total. The worst part was seeing Tyler's face. He's only 3, but even he could tell something wasn't fair. At first I thought maybe it was because Tyler's the youngest, or maybe they just didn't know what boys his age would like. But then I started thinking about their first Christmases and birthdays. Emma got tons of stuff as a baby. Sensory toys, cute outfits, stuffed animals, books, the works. Tyler got basic baby clothes and maybe one toy. When Jake got home from his shift, I showed him all the presents. Even he was shocked. Emma's pile took up half our living room and Tyler's gifts fit in a small basket. Jake agreed it was obviously unfair, but we didn't want to cause drama, so we decided to wait and see if it was just a one-time thing. Tyler's birthday came up in March. Same exact pattern. They bought Emma this expensive bike even though it wasn't her birthday, saying it was an early gift. Tyler got a coloring book and some crayons. Emma's birthday in June, they spent probably $300 on her party decorations alone plus all her presents. Finally, Jake had enough and called his parents to talk about it. He was super polite about it, just asking if they could try to keep things more equal between the kids. He even showed them pictures from Christmas and the birthdays so they could see the difference. They completely denied everything. Linda actually said we were imagining things and that they treat all their grandchildren the same. Bob said they have the right to spend their money however they want and we can't control them. Jake tried explaining that it wasn't about the money. It was about Tyler feeling left out and Emma potentially learning that she's more important. They basically told him to mind his own business and hung up. That's when we made the decision. If they couldn't make an effort to treat our kids fairly, they didn't get to give gifts at all. I wasn't going to watch my son feel like he wasn't good enough while my daughter got spoiled rotten for no reason. This year, when Linda called to ask what the kids wanted for Christmas, I told her not to bother buying anything. She laughed and said I was being ridiculous. I explained that until they could treat Tyler and Emma equally, there would be no more gifts from Grandma and Grandpa. She got furious and started yelling about how they're wonderful grandparents and I'm being controlling. Bob got on the phone and said I was turning the kids against them. I told them they turned Tyler against himself by making him feel less important than his sister. Christmas is next week and they're still calling, begging us to change our minds. They keep saying we're overreacting and that the kids won't understand, but that's exactly the point. The kids do understand, especially Tyler, and that's the problem. I'd rather have no gifts than watch my son grow up thinking he's worth less than his sister.